Hi there, doing my check-in for the week of September 5th. Kind of an interesting week. Monday, squats. I did hit 396 for my second single, but it felt like an RPE 9.5. So not sure why 396 feels so challenging again, but it does. So I did 375 for my first single and then went back to it for my third and final single, just because it was the only number that felt snappy. Let's see, bench is going well overall. Last week I did hit that small PR, so my plan is maybe 2 weeks from now to try and hit another PR by just chipping 195 if I can. So I hit 187 this week. I may try working up to 193 next week, and then if the week after, if I'm feeling good, I may just try 198 so for a chipped PR. We'll see how I feel though. I did notice I started picking my heels up on bench for some of my heavier days, which is usually a sign that my feet are too close to the upper part of my body, so I'll be focusing on that. I definitely can't get as good of a leg drive if my feet are that close to the front of my body, so yeah, something for me to work on for sure. Deadlifts were okay, and then they were great. My first two singles were all right, and I remembered another cue for my third, and so I felt like my third moved a lot faster. Let's see. Friday was the really bad pain day. So Wednesday, I didn't really do anything in terms of training. I just took a walk, like very light movement kind of stuff, because it was my day off. Thursday when I deadlifted, on the way to the gym, I did notice that my upper leg felt kind of funny, and thought maybe it was just from like sitting a lot at work that day. I had been pretty much in my office for like 9 hours that day. And then I was starting to notice pain, but it was only as I was finishing my deadlifts, like after my set was done, and I was like, I'll just keep going. And like 407 moved all right for all 3 sets, and it wasn't hurting during my sets, so. But Friday was when it was bad. I could feel it when I was walking out my squats on Friday, and when I was like starting my deadlift and finishing my deadlift on Friday, so I kind of called deadlifts early and talked to my spouse, who's my physio, about it, and he found out it was my hamstring tendon. Very likely, there was no like one instance where like my hamstring just started hurting, like no movement I can pinpoint, but it seems likely that it's tied to the fact that I changed my deadlift stance a little bit to get a better push feeling as opposed to a pull. Because I'm pointing my toes out more, and that tendon pain is replicated when I point my toe out like this and get pushed and pulled out of that position. So that's probably part of the cause. The other thing of note that my spouse pointed out was that I had a lot more stressful work week this week. I'm the lead of a software engineering team, so when something's wrong with the systems or something's wrong with the people, ultimately I'm responsible. There were some incidents this week at work, which meant I just sat in my hard little office chair for many, many more hours with very few breaks to get up and stretch, which is what I usually do. He told me that tendons, when they're inflamed, don't like being compressed, and I sit in, like I said, a hard chair to try and help with posture. So I'll be switching that out, trying to make my office a little more ergonomic while my tendon heals. Saturday, my tempos didn't end up being really 303, but I found a tempo that minimized the aggravation of my hamstring tendon. It was kind of cool to hit 355 squat at a tempo in a way, like the fact that I could do that and kind of control the speed at which I came up was neat. Let's see, same with deadlift. It was really just hurting when I was like actually coming out of my lifting position, so re-racking the weight on squat, like when all that weight kind of leaves my body, and then unslacking the pull on deadlifts, so like as I was deloading the tension. So you'll probably actually kind of see it in my deadlift videos from Saturday that when I was finishing, I was very slow to like let go of the bar, and it's because I was trying to like decelerate the pace at which my hamstring was being unloaded. Gosh, sorry, this is a really long check-in, but it's been a crazy week. We'll see how my hamstring's doing. I think I've found a way to work around it. I'm hoping that I can just go back to lifting heavy next week. I really wanted to lift heavy this first Saturday training, and I did for bench at least. Hopefully soon for squats and deadlift. See you later.